He used his key card.
Guys, look.
Okay, good morning everyone. We've woken up this morning and we've got a bit of a story to tell from last night. So, last night we went to sleep. Lizzie went to sleep before me because she was tired. So I was the last person to come in the room and I closed the door. I remember closing it properly because I was like, I put the handle down and closed the door like slowly, you know, when you do it quietly. And so I'm positive it was locked. And in the night at about 2:30 in the morning, we had a man walk into our room. We've just looked at the security camera stuff and we can see he's used his key card.
Yeah, you can see the door was closed and he's got his key. He's opened it with his key, and then he's come into our room. That's when I wake up and I'm like, you have the wrong room here. You need to leave. Then he walks into the room and the door closes behind him, and I'm still there like, you need to leave. Then Olivia wakes up. And did you say anything?
No, I didn't say anything. I was kind of like half awake. I heard the door open. That's another thing that makes me know that the door was closed, because I remember thinking, oh, like Lizzie's gone to the toilet, or I could hear like a click of the door.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just you know when the door's not closed properly and you just push it, all you'd hear was like a squeak of the door.
A creak, but
yeah,
no, it was an actual.
It was like a kind of like, I don't know, I can't do it, but it was a click. And
these doors are not quiet, so
no.
Know.
So yeah, so I definitely woke up, but I had earplugs in, so I was sort of like only half awake. And I was just like, oh, Lizzie, because Lizzie always gets up before me anyway, so kind of didn't think it was anything. But then when I kept hearing Lizzie be like, "You're in the wrong room. Sorry, I think you're in the wrong room," like over and over again, I was like, oh my god, what's happening? I don't think I ever took my eye mask off, to be honest. I was
you did when you left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, Olivia. I'm not the man of the relationship anymore.
Not anymore.
You can sort it out, love. Thank you.
But he then finally left. He opened the door and he stood in the doorway for a minute, and I was like, you need to leave. And then he finally left and he closed the door behind him. You wake up and you're like, what's going on?
Who disturbed my sleep?
Because you thought that I had just gotten up to get a shower and it was 8 a.m. and she was like, it's 2:30, what's going on?
Yeah. So yeah, it's the creepiest bit is watching it back and like seeing his face,
for sure.
And seeing that even though as soon as the door opened, I think that's when Lizzie was saying, you're in the wrong room, this isn't your room, whatever, he still like carried on coming in and actually closed the door behind him. And it's just kind of scary that we were in a room like locked with him for like 10 seconds or so. It's a bit creepy and absolutely not what you should be feeling in a hotel room. So
no. And then we spoke to the manager this morning and they were like, did you lock it from the inside? And we said,
did you double lock it? Did you double lock it? Did you lock it from the inside? And we're like, no, we just locked it and that should be enough. Not like they ever told us, oh, by the way, you need to double lock it because people sometimes break into your rooms. Like, there's a key card. If you don't have the key card, you shouldn't be able to come in. So yeah, basically it's not great. So we got a refund and we are going to be going to a different place for tonight, which hopefully will have locks that work on their doors.
And no creepy guys.
Here's
creepy
hoping.
drunk guys, because he came stumbling in and I was like, what?
I don't think he meant anything bad by it, but the scary thing is he could have, because I think he was drunk. Apparently he was from room 307.
So it's literally the room above us.
We're 207. And you see after he leaves our room, he kind of like walks around a bit and he looks at his card and he seems a bit confused. So I don't think he meant anything bad.
No.
It's just scary for us that someone has the ability to just come into our room in the middle of the night. And if Lizzie hadn't woken up, I probably just would have gone back to sleep, and that's just kind of scary.
Yeah, can you imagine? He might have just like crawled into bed thinking it was
exactly.
Oh
he wouldn't have meant anything bad by it, but I think he would have jumped onto one of our beds thinking like, oh, you know, it's sleep time now, kind of thing. And that would have been, oh my god, that would have been terrifying. I would have jumped out my skin. I would have pushed him off the bed and probably, don't know, done some damage.
Scream.
Well, yeah, I would have screamed. I would have pushed him. We've got a bedside table right by the bed. I think he would have ended up in hospital. It would have been, yeah. So, it could have been worse, I guess, if you hadn't woken up. But anyway, that's what happened last night. So, we really wanted to go to the Niah caves today. I don't think we're going to get as long there as we would have liked, but we are still going to go.
We just need to get to our new place first, drop off our bags, and then get a bus there.
Yeah, we're going to grab to the bus station, bus there, another taxi. Hopefully we will actually have a few hours there.
So we've made it to the caves. We've just got to the painting cave right now, and it was a bit of a trek to get here.
So the bit to get from the Great Cave to this cave, which is the painting cave, is like really dark and like creepy. There's like bats everywhere.
You can just hear them.
And there's just creepy crawlies like spiders and everything everywhere, and you just can't see a thing. You can't see what's ahead of you or anything, so definitely bring a charged phone or a torchlight if you're planning to come here. We just got here, we just spoke to some boys, so if you're watching this, hello. But yeah, it's really pretty. Definitely recommend coming to the caves. Maybe not to, that's, yeah.
Great shop.
Maybe not to these ones if you don't like bad footing and stuff.
Darkness.
Just the Great Cave was probably the prettiest, but it was an experience to get here. Yeah, we're gonna head back now.
Okay, so we are back from the national park, from the caves. We thought getting back was going to be way harder, but we got a taxi from the national park to the bus station. Then the bus we ended up getting for free because they didn't ask for any money and we forgot. And then we saw this French guy on his phone with his rucksacks and stuff, and I was like, he's a traveller, he'll be going to the city, so we caught a taxi back with him. And it was easy, wasn't it, in the end?
Just eating, sorry. This is, I don't know.
Dinner.
Supper. We've had dinner. It's like margarine and this weird grape-flavoured jam and peanut butter mix thing. All spread onto bread with no knife.
Just a plastic, one of those ice cream spoony things.
And no plate, so yay.
Epic angle.
Good
night.
Night.